Hey, and welcome back to the channel. So today, I'm going to show you how I make one of my favorite things ever, homemade body lotion. This is a really simple DIY that anyone can do at home. You don't need fancy equipment or a long list of ingredients, and the end result is a lotion that feels silky, moisturizing, and lightweight on the skin. It's the kind of lotion that actually sinks in, not the kind that just sits on top of your skin. If you've ever been curious about making your own lotion, or you just want something gentle and nourishing that you know exactly what went into it, you're going to love this. So let's get into it. The first ingredient I'm using is water, specifically distilled water. If you've ever flipped over a bottle of lotion and checked the ingredients, you've probably noticed that water is usually listed first. That's because most lotions are made up mostly of water, anywhere from about 60 to 85%. Water is what gives lotion that light, hydrating feel, and using distilled water is important because it's clean and free from impurities that could mess with your formula. This is the foundation of the lotion, so it's a big one. Next up is glycerin. I really love using glycerin in body lotions, but I prefer to keep it at a low percentage. For this recipe, I'm using about 2% glycerin. Glycerin helps pull moisture into the skin and keep it there. It plays a big role in keeping your skin hydrated and comfortable throughout the day. A little goes a long way, and just this small amount makes a noticeable difference. Now let's talk about oil. Lotion is basically a blend of water, glycerin, and oil. For this recipe, I'm using sweet almond oil. Sweet almond oil is lightweight, nourishing, and really nice for everyday use. It absorbs well without feeling heavy or greasy. You don't have to use sweet almond oil, though. You can swap it for jojoba oil, hemp seed oil, or another oil that works well for your skin. You could even use butters like shea butter or cocoa butter if you want something richer, but today I'm keeping it light and smooth with oil only. To give the lotion some body and structure, I'm using cetyl alcohol. Even though it has the word alcohol in the name, this is not the drying kind. Cetyl alcohol is a fatty alcohol, and it's actually very moisturizing and gentle on the skin. It helps thicken the lotion and gives it that creamy, luxurious texture. Since this recipe contains a lot of water, it keeps the lotion from being runny while still allowing it to spread easily. Next, we need something that helps the oil and water stay together. That's where emulsifying wax comes in. Emulsifying wax allows oil and water to blend into a smooth, stable lotion. Without it, the mixture would separate. For this recipe, I'm using about 4% emulsifying wax. Now I combine my emulsifying wax, cetyl alcohol, and sweet almond oil. I melt everything together gently using a double boiler over low heat so nothing burns or overheats. Once everything is fully melted, I transfer the mixture into a larger bowl so I have more room to work. Next, I pour the distilled water into the oil mixture and start stirring right away. This step moves pretty quickly because we want the oil and water to combine properly. To blend everything, I use an immersion blender. I mix until the lotion looks smooth, creamy, and well combined. Then I set it aside and let it cool and thicken. While the lotion is cooling, I measure out the remaining ingredients. First is the fragrance oil. You don't have to add fragrance, but I really enjoy a lightly scented lotion. This one has a soft honey and vanilla scent that feels warm and comforting. The fragrance makes up about 1% of the recipe. Next is the preservative. Any product that contains water needs a preservative. This helps prevent bacteria, mold, and yeast from growing. For this lotion, the preservative also makes up about 1%. Then I measure out vitamin E. I love adding vitamin E to my skincare because it helps support healthy-looking skin and adds extra nourishment. After about 30 minutes, the lotion has thickened beautifully. It looks creamy, smooth, and glossy. Now I start adding in the extra ingredients. First, the fragrance oil, then the vitamin E. I stir everything in gently but thoroughly, making sure it's well mixed. You can use a hand mixer if you want, but a spatula works just fine. Last, I slowly add the preservative, mixing it in a little at a time so it blends evenly. Once everything is fully mixed, the lotion is finished. Now it's time to bottle the lotion. This recipe makes about 16 ounces. All of the ingredients are easy to find online, and once you've made it a couple of times, the process feels very natural. Now for the best part, trying it out. The lotion glides easily onto the skin. It feels soft, silky, and lightweight. It absorbs quickly and leaves the skin moisturized without feeling greasy. And that's it. That's how I make my homemade body lotion. It's simple, gentle, and really effective. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. All the ingredients and tools I used are listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!